Hi, this is Andrea Walford, founder of Sunny Stampin' Incorporated and the Paper Crafters Library. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create these beautiful Easter eggs that I used for this fun Easter basket card. In order to create my eggs, I used the following supplies. I die cut some ovals out of different colors of cardstock, and I used my Stampin' Up! Ovals die for this, but you can really use any ovals die or ovals punch. I have some colors of cardstock that coordinate with my die cut ovals. I have this small flower punch from Stampin' Up's Itty Bitty Punch Pack. Now you can use any kind of a small flower for this. I have a mini mister, and this is filled with water, a stylus. I have a couple of these foam mats. These are from Stampin' Up's Mat Pack. You can also use a mouse pad if you have it for this. I have a hot glue gun, and this is a Martha Stewart hot glue gun, and it uses these little small size sticks of glue. I have some Dazzling Diamonds glitter in a container. Some of this Ranger's Ink Essentials matte accents. Now you could always use diamond glaze or glossy accents or crystal effects. Any kind of a dimensional medium is what you're looking for. And then finally, I have some of this instant tack, which I got from the dollar store. And this is that kind of sticky tack stuff. You see it sometimes in the blue colors as well that people will often use to stick posters and things on the wall. We're going to use it in conjunction with the stylus to create our own little picker-upper tool. So that's everything that you're going to need for the eggs. I started by punching 35 to 40 flowers out of each of the colors of cardstock that I'm using. Now because all the eggs are made in this exact same manner, I'm just going to show you with one color, the pink one. So I've already gone ahead and punched them using my little itty bitty punch, the flower shape one. Once they're all punched, as you can see here, I have them laid out on a towel. This is just my old towel that I keep in my studio for crafting. And I'm spreading out the flowers into a single layer, so I don't want them piled up at all. With my mini mister, I'm then just going to lightly spritz them, well, I guess not so lightly, they're fairly heavily spritzed, until they're wet. I'm then going to take a few of my flowers at a time and place them on my foam mat. And then I'm going to take the larger side of my stylus. You can see there's two little rounded sort of ballpoint ends. There's a small one and there's a larger one. And I'm going to use the larger one. Now I've got my two foam mats stacked one on top of the other just to give some extra depth. And I'm simply going to place my larger of the ballpoint tips in the center of my flower and press down. As you can see here, when I press into the center of the flower, and I'm pressing quite firmly, it curls up into this little cup shape, and that's what you want. And as the flower dries, to a certain degree, it's going to stay inside that cup shape. So then I just push these ones off to the side, and then I bring out more of these little flowers and just continue on until I've done all of them. And then once they're all in that little cup shape, I then just have an empty little plastic container that I store them in until I'm ready to use them. So here you can see the containers of flowers that I've prepared for each of my Easter eggs. So now that all my flowers are prepped, I'm ready to attach them to my Easter egg. So here I've got my pink egg, I've got my flowers, I've got my glue gun handy off to the side here, and I have my stylus. So now I'm going to take the small end of my stylus and just a tiny little ball of that instant tack that I showed you, and I'm going to stick it onto the end of my stylus, and this is going to help me pick up my flowers. Now when filling my eggs with these flowers, I always start in the center and work my way outward. So I'm just squeezing a little bit of glue in the center, and then I'm working quickly to stick my flowers to the glue. And you do have to work quickly when you do this because this glue does dry pretty quickly. So that's why I only put the flowers or put the glue in a small area. And when I'm ready to move on, I'm just sort of pinching or shaping the outer petals inwards so that I can fill in more flowers. So there you can see the entire egg is now covered. And any little extra flowers that I have left over, I just set aside. I keep all of that kind of stuff for other projects. Now you'll notice that when the flowers were around the edge, they were overlapping. So at this point, I now just want to trim around and cut off all the overhanging petals. And the reason I'm doing this is just so that the egg maintains its oval shape, because when you see all those petals kind of randomly overlapping, because it's not even, you lose that oval shape and you kind of lose the sense that this is supposed to be an egg. So there you can see now what that looks like. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to add the glitter. And for that, I'm taking my matte medium and I'm putting little dabs of it in the centers of my flowers. And I usually work about half the egg at a time. And then holding my egg over my dish, I'm just sprinkling on my glitter. And then once that one half is glittered, I then finish off with the rest of the flowers. And even where the flowers are kind of hidden or tucked deep behind other ones, I still go in there with the tip of my bottle to get some glue in there so that I can put my glitter in. So there you have it. That's what the finished egg looks like. And you can use it in anything. You can use it in cards and scrapbook pages, on altered art projects, mixed media. Sky's the limit, your imagination's the limit. But a really fun, cute little embellishment. So here you can see what all my Easter eggs look like now that they've been finished.